If you're really into auto racing and automotive design, we want to show you one more neat program. This is called Grand Prix Manager. It's from Spectrum Holobyte. All right, Anthony, this is different from what we saw before. This is like the whole designing your car, building your car, and you don't actually race it, but you send it out to race based on your design stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go into the design section here on Grand Prix Manager and show us what the options are, what I can do.
Okay, going with car externals and internals, you can choose a lot of the various
so we go to
parts
the
of
externals, and that means I can work on what?
The exterior, any exterior part of the car, like the wings, the wheels, the side pods, so forth and so on. But
okay, this is Formula One racing, so we got this unique design here, right?
Right.
And show me the things I could adjust and play with.
For example, with the wind tunnel, if you want to change the front dams or the back dams here and the front dams there, it costs you $50,000. But once you get inside, you're actually able to lift and lower the back and front dam to keep you closer to the ground, so your turning is much easier. For example, set them to that rate and then turn the air tunnel on, and it will show you how the air will go over the car, and over here at the top it'll give you the max speed on corners and actual straightaways.
So we can pre-test the thing before taking it out on the track in the wind tunnel if we want to spend the $50,000 doing it. That's why this is the business of racing. Go back and let's take a look at the internals to see what some of the options are there.
Okay.
So I can go back and pick gearboxes, transmissions, suspension systems, all that stuff?
Exactly. EMS, active suspension, center of gravity, the gear to ratio.
Okay, so here's the internal design part.
Let's see.
And again, can I test this stuff after I design the car, or I have to just put it out on the track?
You have to put it on the track.
The internals, I have to really run it, right? It's not so simple.
Steering system, electrical brakes, EMS, transmission, brake system, so forth and so on.
Okay, gearbox, cooling system even, the whole bit, fuel tank, all that. And I see brake balancing, like if I play around with the brakes, how the thing's going to stop. Yeah.
Right, usually it should be at 51 to 49%.
Okay, so after I've designed my car, take me to the actual racetrack now, so I can figure out the stuff, how much money I spend, where I get the investors, who I hire to drive the thing, all that sort of boring stuff.
Okay.
Actually design the car itself, and then send it out on the track with the driver I've hired to drive the thing?
Exactly. Basically, when you're going to that, you have to do the initial tests for qualifying races and all that stuff. We'll skip right past that.
Okay.
You can even pick the number of people that you want to come with you along to that part right there, but we're going to go right to the race in this one.
Okay, and again, we should explain, this is a big program, and when we go to race, it's doing all the calculations for all the cars and all the variables we put inside the race here.
So it takes a little
because
longer
we're not going to drive the car, we're going to watch it.
And control it a little bit. You give
No, what do you mean control it a little bit?
There's a little button on the racing screen where you can choose the walkie-talkie to give your driver commands. Or
Okay. How many times go to the pit and that kind of stuff?
Exactly.
All right, so where are we now? We're getting close?
We're waiting for the names to come up with the qualifying rounds, who goes in which position in the car.
Okay.
And then this is the pit crew that you can tell them what to do, how much gas to put in the car, how many pits you want to pit after.
So this really is Grand Prix Manager. You got to figure out all these things.
You're getting into the nitty-gritty, right?
All right, so finally on the racetrack.
And we've got the green light, and you'll see the track from upper view, and it'll give you the command bar beneath, which will tell you everything you can do with the race. I'm just waiting for it to click over.
So we are racing against other cars now, computer-generated cars, or what?
Every other car in the FIA.
Wow, okay, so here's the course, and we just
start off like that, and the cars all take off, and it's 71 track rate, 71
Wow, I just
race.
sit there and watch and see how well I did,
Exactly.
and then go back to the drawing board.
You got it.
Okay, Grand Prix Manager, thanks a lot. All right, so far we've looked at how amateurs like you and me can use a computer to buy, fix, or race a car. Professional drivers are also using PCs now to analyze performance and try and beat the competition.